fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. Today is day 16 of my Advent project. So I'm just going to get started on this section, section 16. And, oh, I always forget to zoom you guys in. Okay, let me see. I like to get it somewhat centered so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so I hope everyone is having a lovely, whatever day it is today. I am tired. I went to work today. I got a lot done, and I'm glad that I went in because that's just a load off my mind. I spent a lot of time yesterday doing some lesson planning. So I've got that done. Not done, but I got a couple of weeks done. So I'm slowly working my way towards the end of the year. And so I'm feeling good about that. And then when I went in this morning, I put everything away from earlier this week. We just had 2 days this week. I think I mentioned that already because we were having Christmas parties. So there wasn't too terribly much to clean up. One of the rooms still needs the Christmas tree taken down, but I don't have to do that, so that was fine. I got all the stuff from last week or this week put away, and I got everything ready for the week when we go back to school, which won't be until January 4th is when we go back to school. And I got the next couple of weeks after that also ready. We keep everything in kind of like theme boxes. So, whatever theme we happen to be doing that week. So like if we were doing nursery rhymes one week, I have a nursery rhyme box that has activities and things that I can set out. So I'll go through that box. And we have that for most of the themes that we have. Every once in a while, we'll come up with a new theme. And so we'll have to kind of wing it that first time. And I go out and gather a bunch of materials. And then after that, we'll have a box to put it together. So I went through our boxes for the next couple of weeks after that. The week that we come back, we're doing nursery rhymes and fairy tales. So that will be fun. The kids always enjoy fairy tale week. And then we're doing a superhero week, which the kids also always enjoy. And so I got those weeks ready as well as the week after that. And then pretty soon we'll be heading into winter, Valentine's Day, and then we'll jump straight into spring and all of that good stuff. We have an Australian Animals Week. We'll do a zoo week that covers a bunch of other animals. So I'm getting close to being done. I thought I only had about 6 weeks left. I actually have about 9. So I did 2 more weeks yesterday. So I think I have 7 weeks left to plan. And our last week of school isn't really a week. It's just a couple of days because we I'm going to put that 1B right there. We go to the park for picnics. So it's just a couple of days that week. We walk the kids. Our preschool is close enough that we can walk to a local park. And we always have the parents come and help us. And we set up little stations that the parents run the stations and the teachers take the kids from place to place. So the kids always have a good time. We always have a bubble station set up so they can like do bubble wands and blow bubbles and that kind of thing. We always have what we call a ride-along station set up, which is where they ride like big wheels and tricycles and that kind of stuff on the concrete basketball court. And there's a playground there so they can go out and play on the playground equipment. And there's a gazebo, so we have lunch in the gazebo. If we get really lucky and it's hot, sometimes there's a little water park inside the park. But it depends on whether or not the city has it on when we go. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So we try not to plan on it because it seems lately it's been off more than it's been on. But that one did not want to stick there for some reason. So these are just jumping all over the place for me today. It is blowing a gale here today, you guys. I mean, it's normally windy here, so that's not a big deal. Okay, I don't know why that one doesn't want to stick to anything. It's not normally a big deal that we have wind. I mean, we always have wind, and gusty wind. But man, today, usually it's just gusts here and there. So, for most of the day, it'll be fine. Today, oh my goodness, it is sustained gusty winds, and those kind of winds that if you don't hang on to your car door gets ripped out of your hands. So looking at my nail polish, excuse my nails, I broke one of them today while I was at work. What letter am I doing? K. Broke one of them while I was at work today, and I hit several of the other ones on other things, and it made my nail polish chip off. So now I need to redo my nail polish. So, but I'm feeling really good that I actually went in and got all of that done today. So now it is done. It is off my plate. And I don't have to worry about work until I go back on the 4th. So I'll probably still be doing some lesson planning, but I can do that here at home. I don't have to go into work for anything for that. So, and I'm already ahead of the game. So if I end up not doing any of it, that's okay too. So again, I would like to get it done just to get it off my plate, but I have lots of other things I would like to do too. My husband and I opened our Hunt a Killer game last night. There are 6 episodes. We played episodes 1 and 2. And I got to say, for first impressions, I'm impressed. It is a lot of material that they have put together to kind of make it as realistic as possible. In the first episode, we had an autopsy report. We had a drawing of the crime scene to show you where, everything was relative to each other. We had 2 pieces of evidence in little evidence bags. We had statements from the witnesses and a police report to read through. And basically, the premise is that you've been hired by this private detective to, help somebody with this case because they're too busy. And each episode gives you an objective. So our objective in the first episode was to figure out, was a crime even committed? And if so, what weapon was used to commit the crime. And each series, each each series has its own website that you go to. And I almost put that in the wrong place. I dumped all those out and I needed one. Okay. You go to the website, and then there's a place where it has additional information for you. There were additional files on there that we could look at. And sometimes it has other things as well. And then basically it has a system where you send an email with what you think happened, or whatever the objective is. So like our first email was supposed to be what we thought the murder weapon was. And then you get an email back telling you whether you were right or wrong from the little game system. The email supposedly is from this PI that's hired you, but it comes through their little game system. And it was fun. We had fun. I'm still reserving judgment on whether or not I think it's worth the money that we paid. We've only played 2 episodes. And while it is, like I said, impressive, the amount of things that they put together that you kind of have to sift through, it wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be. So I don't know if that makes me I feel somehow let down because it wasn't harder. I do think the second episode we had to figure out the route the killer took. And I will admit on that one, my husband figured out some of it first. So if I'd been playing by myself, I think it would have taken me a little bit longer to figure out what was going on. I'm hoping that we'll get to play some more episodes tonight. He thought he was going to get the day off of work today because it is so stinking windy. In fact, on my way home from work, I got stopped and had to take a detour because, when I went to work this morning, they were warning of extremely high winds, of course, and it is very dry and unseasonably warm here today. So they were telling everyone to be extremely careful because the fire hazard, the fire danger was extremely high. And I ended up having to take a detour on my way home because somebody's field had caught on fire. I don't know if they were burning something and it got out of control. I don't know if it just sparked by itself. I don't know. I couldn't get close enough. I had to drive the quarter-mile block around to get back on the road I needed to get home. So all I could see from where I was just the smoke. So they didn't seem overly concerned, so I'm assuming nobody was hurt. No animals injured, that kind of thing. Because I know the property where it was, the people have horses. So hopefully everything is fine. So, and I don't know if you can tell, but my voice is better today. So I think I've past the midway point of whatever this cold is. However, I will say it has moved places. My throat is no longer extremely sore. My sinuses do not seem to be draining. My ear doesn't hurt like it did. Unfortunately, and you may be able to tell this from my voice, I don't know, but it seems to have all decided to go live in my nose. So my nose is extremely stuffy. I cannot get my nose to drain, which, on the one hand, I'm grateful for because it was all that drainage that was causing my throat to be so sore and my voice to be terrible. So I'm grateful it's not doing that anymore. But now I can't breathe. So, and I have run out of all the medicine that I had in the house. I am on my last cough drop. So, yeah, I'm going to have to bite the bullet and take a trip to the store and pick up some cold and flu medicine so that I can finish getting myself the rest of the way over this. Still have to do a couple more things today. I have a package I have to go and collect. I'm hoping at the same time I can mail out some random acts of kindness and get those on their way. And then tomorrow, my youngest has a dentist appointment, so we need to go for that. So I just have to drive him though, but our dentist, I love my dentist. We've been going to her for years, and she was extremely helpful and patient and kind when I first started going there, because I think I've mentioned I hate going to the dentist. And my sister goes there as well. So, and when my parents were alive, they went there too. So she kind of knows our whole family. And so it's not as bad going as it could be, but it's still not my favorite thing to do. So, and I still need to call my orthopedic doctor, because while my cortisone shot helped with the pain in my knee, it didn't really solve the issue. And while I'm getting around better on it because the pain is less, there are still certain things that if I move the wrong way or if I move too quickly, that it just is a sharp kind of shooting pain. So something is still wrong with it. So like I said, I think I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and accept the fact that I need some surgery. Hoping it won't be anything major. So, but we'll see. I don't imagine that I will get any of that done until after the first of the year, which unfortunately means that we'll have to meet our deductible and all that nonsense all over again. So that's not fun. But what are you going to do? So I am yesterday YouTube was having fits. I don't know what is going on, but yesterday when I was uploading a video, I noticed that there was something wrong with one of my videos. It was marked ineligible, and I was like, what is going on? Apparently, YouTube as a whole has been going through and marking people's videos ineligible when they're really not. And if you refresh, it corrects itself. And if you refresh again, it's wrong again. And there were people chattering about it on Instagram yesterday. And somebody said that it has been going on since since December 6th. And I thought, well, that's interesting because, you know, I haven't gotten anything from YouTube to say that. So I wondered how they knew that. Just their own observations, or if they had been told something that I missed or whatever. But, you know, I've told you guys before, it eats comments periodically. You know, I will get an email that somebody left a comment, and I will go to reply to the comment because I can do that from the email. And when it takes me to the video, the comment is not there. It doesn't show up. And it's not that it's been held for anything. It's not that I need to do anything. It's just disappeared. YouTube ate it. So I know they were sent because I've got an email notification, but then somewhere between the email notification that I get and me going to the video, it somehow disappears. So I don't know what's up with that. And you know, because people think, oh, well, you just deleted my comment. I don't delete comments unless they are obviously spam bots or unless you say something inappropriate. I don't delete comments. But so it's been eating comments. Now apparently their ad revenue system is acting up. And yesterday, in addition to me noticing all of that while I was trying to upload one of my own videos, I was actually trying to watch a video of a channel that I follow, and it kept crashing. The video would play for like 10 minutes and then it would crash and say something went wrong, please retry. So I would retry it and it would immediately come up with an ad. And of course, all the ads played perfectly. Nothing was ever wrong with the ad. And then after I got through the ads, because of course 9 times out of 10 it would be ones that I can't skip, and I would get through the ads and then the video would play for like another 2 minutes and then it would crash. Please retry. So I would retry it, and when it came up, oh, what do you know? Here's some more ads. So I probably ended up watching 4 times as many ads as normal because it kept crashing. And then they were saying that, you know, they've been having trouble with their ad revenue since the 6th. And it's like, okay, so what does that mean exactly? Because, I mean, when you think about it, it's not like those of us who are on YouTube have any control over what ads play and where. I mean, we have some control, but not a lot. And, you know, you're dependent on YouTube, to be honest, about how many ads they're playing on your channel. I mean, there's no way for me to keep track of that unless I was going to be recording my channel 24/7. And even then, there's no way. I mean, because it's dependent on where you live, you're going to see a different ad than I would, et cetera, et cetera. So there's just no way. And so it'll be interesting to see if there's any fallout from that. I mean, I imagine people will complain, but it's not like any of us can do anything, because how would you prove, you know, anything was going on? Like I said, you just have to trust that they're going to be honest about what they're doing. So, and I mean, I guess that's the same for pretty much any kind of platform like this. But I just thought it was interesting. They do have a YouTube creators channel, and you know, they send you notices and things through their YouTube Studio app, but there was nothing on that app about any issues either. So, and I mean, obviously they don't want to advertise if it goes down or anything like that, but anyway, man, it is really blowing out there. My husband thought he was going to get to come home, and he sent me a text and said that they actually have kept them at work even though they're not doing anything because it's too windy to just do their regular day work. I think the utility thinks that there's going to be some issues with all of the wind, you know, broken trees down, broken poles, that kind of thing. And so they're keeping them kind of on call, I guess. So he was kind of annoyed because he was hoping to come home early today, and it doesn't look like that's happening. But he's not really having to do a whole lot either, so I told him he just needed to suck it up because he's been off work for a month, and he's probably going to be off work the week of between Christmas and New Year's. And we have bills to pay. So I was like, if you're getting paid to just be there in case, and you're not having to actually get out in this mess and work, then that sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. I was trying to be really careful going to and from my car because, like I said, when it's this windy, if you're not careful, it'll rip the car door right out of your hand, and that's how I lose most of my fingernails, is to something dumb like that. So, and I saw, guys, I'm so excited, Craftably announced that some of the stuff they've been teasing is going to go on sale for pre-orders this Friday. So I am definitely going to be breaking my trying not to buy anything before the first of the year rule. Now, and the reason I'm doing it is because I won't get them, I'm going to bet, until after the first of the year anyway. And I have made myself a budget for next year. So I'm going to be trying to buy less next year than I bought this year. But I am still going to be buying diamond paintings because of course I am. I love diamond painting, so I will still be buying them. But I'm going to try to be a little more picky about what I buy. And of course, I don't know if everybody saw, Diamond Art Club is releasing another Harry Potter, at least one, I think two. And but they did say that this go round of new releases would be their last new releases for 2021. So there won't be any more new releases until after the first of the year, which, doesn't surprise me at all because people are, well, I should have filled in that K. Let me go back and get that one. People are going to be busy with the holidays, and people are going to be busy trying to pay off all of their bills from the holidays. So I wasn't surprised for them to say that they weren't going to do that. But I am super excited about Craftably because I can't wait to get some of theirs. Okay, so I think I got everything in this section. I don't see anything that I missed. So there is section 16. So let me zoom you guys out. I forgot my timer again, but I think I'm pretty on course for time. Okay, let me see. Move that down. I think you guys can see all of that. Okay, so that was section 16. It's coming together pretty nicely. The rest of this flower stem, some more leaves here, little flourish here. So tomorrow we'll be heading up to section 17. So thank you for sticking with me through this project, guys. I really appreciate it. Before you go, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.